said you fucking with my son. No, I wasn't. I was talking about you. I was talking about you. It wasn't about your son. I know he's number 55, but I was talking about your You did this.
Now look, I just got done watching Stephen A. Smith on Gil's Arena. Y'all know that's my favorite sports show, and it was a powerful interview, man. We got to see Stephen A. Smith in HBO mode saying the F word and all that other stuff. But of course, he had to touch on the situation with LeBron. And this time, it wasn't Stephen A. on ESPN. It wasn't Stephen A. Smith on the Stephen A. Smith show. This was uncut, unfiltered Stephen A. addressing this situation, and he went off. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. Let's check this out.
Bronny wanted to get drafted by any NBA team. He wanted to hear his name. It was LeBron that wanted him as his teammate. So what I'm saying is, when you, because of the reasons you pointed out. So what I'm saying to you is, if LeBron had rolled up on me, this is all he had to say, because I said this to Rich Paul when Rich Paul called me. I said, Rich Paul, I only asked for grace in one level, on one point. If you had called me and said, Bron, pissed off, motherfucker mad as hell, he wants to see you man to man. I said, what would I have done? Rich Paul said, you'd have hung up the phone and you'd flew to LA. I said, thank you. So my point is, rather than come up to me at courtside, all you had to do was say, yo, I need you to stay, don't leave this game. I need you to see you after the game. That's all he had to say to me. Then as we speak, he says that, let's take an example, he said what you just said. I stand down, my bad. And not only that, I'm gonna make sure I go on the air, I ain't look at it that way. That's on me. You didn't do that shit. You said you fucking with my son. No, I wasn't. I was talking about you. I was talking about you. It wasn't about your son. I know he's number 55. I know he got work to do. I believe that he got potential. I believe that he got the potential to go pro. I truly believe that. It's gonna be tough, but I think he could pull it off. And by the way, I'm rooting for him. I ain't rooting against nobody. But I was talking about your ass. You did this. You the one that had us as reporters, as a league, as an NBA franchise. All of us gotta sit back and be quiet and capitulate to your shit.
Come on now.
You did that. And so when I see people talking, and I'm like, oh my God, can somebody, I mean, I know I got a show, and I know I got my podcast, but I'm like, goddamn, y'all, I'm fair. I don't give a fuck who it is. It's you, it's you, it's you. It don't matter who it is. Damn it, I'm just meeting you. If somebody unfair to you, I'm gonna be like, that's not fair. That's not fair. But when it come to me, everybody get crickets. That motherfucker Stephen A. on his own. That, respectfully, excuse my language, that's fucked up. I'm on my own. When number one, we know I'm right. Number two, we know the perspective that I'm coming from is real and it's authentic. Number three, he set this up. Number four, all you had to do was tell me. Listen, Kenya told me, you keep talking about, I'm bringing this up for all fun. He talked about how he approached me in Puerto Rico. I swear to God, I don't remember. Glenn Robinson and I mean, butt heads, because I thought he got Randy Ayers fired. I couldn't stand his ass. Let me tell you, I mean, it got to a point where motherfuckers like just walk in between us because it was just hostility. I couldn't stand his ass. Shit like that could happen with somebody like LeBron. But LeBron up here, and he know he up here. He don't give a fuck. The problem is when it comes to the media, God damn it, I'm up here. You understand? And as a result, you can sit up there, you can make some noise and make a scene and do whatever it is that you do. But you see, I got 10 hours of airwaves a week live. And I got my podcast. And I got other outlets. And y'all don't even know what the fuck is coming down the pike in terms of opportunities I got coming my way. I'm just getting started.
Like, people do that to people where they know what the response is gonna be, right? If he thought that Stephen was gonna be on bullshit in the moment, ain't no way he would have did that in that moment, right? If he thought there was a slight chance that this shit can go left, right? They're not gonna put themselves in that situation. Trust. You approach me, it ain't gonna be the fucking narrative.
Right.
It's gonna be way worse than what you, listen, it started out as you, and then take me out in cuffs, cool. You bought this ass whooping upon yourself in public because you thought that was gonna be the narrative.
Right.
It's not gonna be the fucking narrative. They do that shit to people who they think and they know they can get away with it in public.
He ain't got to be swinging.
Steven,
I'm not doing that.
He's not. That's him. That's why I said, what would Kenyon do?
A little trip though, just for accident.
And I said, oh, listen, the Lord don't put me in them kind of situations because I'm going to fail tremendously.
All right, now, I know for a lot of y'all, that's a different Stephen A. that you used to hearing. And Stephen A. was explaining after he saw the clip with LeBron and Richard Jefferson, and it seemed like Richard Jefferson and LeBron was talking about the situation where he ran up on Stephen A. And it looked like LeBron said, oh, it wasn't just about my son, it was about me. And it had a lot of people confused. It had Stephen A. confused because it's like, is it about your son or is it a personal vendetta you got against me? And I do believe that LeBron could have handled that situation way better. This is the guy that's supposed to be the face of the NBA. This is supposed to be the guy that's always doing the right thing. LeBron ain't never gotten into any trouble. But then you running up on Stephen A. when you could have had a conversation with him. And all of y'all people talk. Y'all could have got in contact with each other. Y'all could have had a sit-down meeting. 100% LeBron did that to try to send Stephen A. message, to try to embarrass him, to try to bully him, to try to intimidate him. And I think it's one of the weakest things I've ever seen LeBron do. I didn't have an issue when he left and went to Miami and said he taking his talents to South Beach. I didn't have an issue when he went to the Lakers. I didn't have an issue where he said he was the greatest of all time after he came back on the Warriors. But this, I got an issue with. He's my GOAT, but this is not GOAT behavior. I just wasn't feeling it because I don't want it to be this standard set that sports commentators or any commentator can't talk about public issues without somebody like LeBron getting upset and trying to run up on you. And like I said before, if Stephen A. says something bad about Bron or Bronny, I'm with LeBron. But we know what Bronny is capable of and what he not capable of. And we know the stat. What, like, ain't nobody supposed to talk about it? Even in the interview, Stephen A. said, I tried to go as long as possible without talking about Bronny. But at a certain point in time, I had to do my job. What did LeBron expect? For everybody to close their mouth and to cover their eyes about what they were seeing with Bronny? I think he's going to be a good player. I think he has talent. But just like when LeBron had that meltdown in Dallas in that finals, people talked about it. It's one of the things that people hold against him to this day when you had a Jordan conversation, because they say Jordan never had a meltdown like that. We don't need LeBron's mama coming out of nowhere and getting upset and saying, y'all can't say that about my son. Your son a public figure, and he chose to play this game. And if everybody else got criticized, he got to get criticized too. That's what LeBron James got to realize. And I saw somebody else bring this up the other day. I remember when LeBron's mama was tripping at the game, and LeBron told his mama to sit your ass down. You need to have the same energy for yourself. LeBron, in that moment, you needed to sit your ass down and play that damn, bounce that damn basketball. Shut up and dribble, as they say. And I mean that in the most positive way, imaginable. So, I'm still with Stephen A. on that issue. I know a lot of y'all are parents out there and y'all feel like LeBron was right. That's cool. We can agree to disagree. Y'all let me know what y'all think. like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Enjoy your day. Peace.